to all your followers.
Yeah, if they followed. Hello, everyone. We're actually doing a special stream tonight. They just dropped yesterday the new Relic gear quest. So we know nothing. We have been blind to it. Well, correction, I know what some of the weapons look like because I don't consider the look of weapons to be spoilers. But this is going to be all new content for us. Yay?
Ah, there he goes.
Yay!
He just switched over.
And I believe this starts in Kugane. So why don't we...
Spoiler alert.
What?
You said where it began.
I'm gonna strangle you, kitten. I'm taking the free port to the Ruby scene. We'll just fly into... Yeah. Come on, Urza. Where are you? There we are. Okay, camera set right.
Hey, Boko.
Now, I don't remember, does it actually start in Kugane, or does it start in... the Doman Enclave? I don't remember.
My question is if, you don't already know from, like, spoilers, how do you know?
I don't know.
Because, frankly, I wouldn't even have known this quest exists. You keep asking directions like that, and we may have to revoke your guide card.
Sorry. Of course, our stream viewers won't see it because it's hidden behind the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
The Namazu block.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, no one's answering. What if...
Well, I think the only one who's really been paying attention is Ursi, and she's possibly passed out.
Yeah. She's saying she's laying in bed and typing at the same time. Yeah, she's gonna pass out any moment now.
And by her own admission, a bit drunk after having a heck of a day.
Do you blame her?
Not knowing what the heck of a day was? Well, I can't say.
When she says she has a heck of a day, it's usually a heck of a day.
Yeah.
So let's check Kugane first. If not, we'll head to the Enclave. Do we have a bang here? I see a bang!
And Eternal just confirmed it.
Okay.
So, why is a Shadowbringer Relic quest starting in Kugane?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
And it really makes me wonder, how would you ever know?
I don't know, the possibility of a lot of people still use this city as their main hub.
And for those that don't?
Well, there's also the thing of there is a prerequisite to this quest that we've already done, thankfully, which is all of the Return to Ivalice chain. And you'd kind of need to be here for that.
Yeah, but, most people would have done it, etc.
Hello, Master Keaton.
Hail to the Queen. Judging by the look of relief on Keaton's face, you have saved him a great deal of time. Milady, my, what auspicious timing! I had intended to send a missive to the Raising Stones, but it seems that is no longer necessary. Master Hancock wishes to speak with you regarding a matter of grave import. I can but imagine what other duties yet demand your attention. Still, he would request you meet him at the Ruby Bazaar at your earliest convenience.
Okay then. We have to go deal with Hancock.
Yeah.
I can think of worse merchant slime balls out there than Hancock, but
yeah,
you can count them on your one hand.
And all of them reside in Old Off.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, sorry. All but one.
Yeah, he's here.
A certain Namazu.
Don't remind me.
Hancock is better than him.
Yes.
Yes.
Why did one of my characters have to be named the same as he? Hello, Hancock.
And so she returns at last. From what Tataru has told me, you've come rather a long way, to put it mildly.
Oh, you have no idea.
And while the Scions remained locked in slumber, she sought aid from all corners of the realm. In fact, it was as I to whom she first turned when searching for a champion to assist her in your absence. Though, as you have no doubt surmised, I did not call you here to discuss such matters. I have received word from Lord Hien that the Bajian Resistance, our comrades in the Eastern Alliance, seek the aid of distinguished heroes in their fight against the Empire, and naturally, your name immediately sprang to mind.
Do you know who the Bajian Resistance is?
That's the guys down south.
Kind of.
That we were dealing with during the Evolus chain. Because all of that is to the south.
Right. The Bajian Resistance, you say?
Tempted for the second one, because it was heavily implied, but they never really officially joined the last we heard, I think.
Let's go ahead and do the second one then. I didn't realize they were part of the Eastern Alliance.
Indeed, though the city-state has long since fallen to Garlean machinations, the remnants have agreed to join the cause. And with the Empire now in disarray, they would seize the opportunity to fight back. If you would know the details in full, I think it best you speak with Lord Hien. His endless list of commitments makes him a hard man to find, however, so perhaps you can have one of his attendants at the House of the Fierce track him down for you.
Okay, we need to head to House of the Fierce. Oh, checking with Hancock again.
Good point.
Just a reminder of
Mostly,
the pointer.
Yeah. Nothing new. Yeah, like the entire second half of the Evolus chain was dealing at least in part with the Bajian Resistance.
Right. Okay, I was mixing them up with another group. There are too many groups to keep track of. I'm losing all my plot threads.
And when that happens to you, that's a scary thing.
Did someone have a little penguin? Oh my god, someone had a little penguin.
Yes, Penguin Prince.
Oh god, he's adorable. Anyway, back on track. Someday I will get you Vista, but that will not be today.
No, it will not. Someday. Someday
Yeah.
we'll get to the top of that.
Yeah.
But not last Saturday and
No.
not this Saturday.
I did put a highlight in of last Saturday's attempt, so.
Yes, I saw it.
It was sad. That entire evening was just sad. I can't believe we didn't have to restart, but there's a small miracle for you.
Very small.
Tiny, insignificant.
Yeah, let's get a mystery. Oh, yes. So, over on the Wargaming Forum, Dice Towers came up. And I'm not quite sure how it ended up there, but they ended up with someone pointing up the dice duel from God of Gamblers. I don't know if you've seen that scene.
No, I don't think so.
It's your kind of typical over-the-top, probably Chinese film, just with gambling, and it's this duel between two people, and the idea is you need to have the lowest roll. This lady, sits down and just puts the 6 dice into the cup and waves the cup back and forth, and the guy's just listening to it. And she puts it down, he just kind of smiles slightly as she pulls it off, and all 6 dice are stacked on top of each other perfectly, facing the same way, and all ones.
Nice.
So he has his cup brought in, which is metal, and, shakes it back and forth, and he's shaking it upside down with the obvious intention of, he's shaking it in such a way that is keeping the dice up in the thing. And slams it down onto the table. And pulls it up, and there's 5 dice, all ones, standing in a tower, and the shattered remnants of the 6th die.
Oh!
Wins 5-6.
Almost missed my cave. Ah, there's our dome attendant.
Yes.
You happen to know where Lord Ian is?
Greetings, my lady. Lord Hien has been expecting you. When word reached us from the Bosnian resistance, Lord Hien knew at once that there was but one woman to whom he could turn.
Hey, how about me?
Big brother. He left into the coattails not long ago. The view of Doma Castle helps to calm his mind. This way, if you please.
I still want to know how it calms his mind when it's, like, completely submerged at this point.
I can only assume that it had basically assumed the specter of Gurlian dominance, and now it's as gone as the Gurlians are.
Yeah. Not much of a castle left.
We liberated the hell out of that place.
In more ways than one. Hello, Mr. Domin attendant.
Well then.
Yeah, we are one bird away from that.
Show off. This way, atop the broken bridge. You will be most glad for your arrival. Ooh, straight to city. When we first shared a view of this castle together. Still under the Gurlians' control, perhaps, yet for all their wickedness, its beauty would not be so easily sullied. It is good to see you, my friend. You must forgive me for foregoing pleasantries, but our guest here is in dire need of your help. Marsak of the Bosnian Resistance. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As you have no doubt already heard from Lord Hien, my people seek to reclaim our homeland from the Empire. Under his auspices and that of the Eorzean elements, we aim to do just that. However, we recently received word that the 4th Imperial Legion has been making plans of their own. It has long held the provinces of Nagzia, Dalmasca, and Bazja in an iron grip, using its Dalmascan headquarters to house the bulk of its forces. Until recently, that is. They appear to be diverting resources and manpower to their forces stationed in Bazja. In fact, 3 battalions are en route as we speak. I thought perhaps to strike before they can fully assemble, but the Bosnian resistance lacks the means to drive them off on its own. Aid from the Dalmascan resistance groups may have sufficed. Sadly, even Fran of Lenti's Tears has been unable to bring an end to their infighting. All hope is not lost, however, for Lord Hien has made a most intriguing proposal. An idea not my own, I must confess. We have our old friend Gusetsu to thank. As the Empire tightened its grip on Doma, our people were at a crossroads. Would they lay down and surrender, or stand up and fight? You sought me out, that I could become the spark that lit the fire of rebellion. The same must be done for the Bosnians. They require a standard under which they can rally, a symbol of hope to steel them for what is to come. Lacking a living figurehead such as Lord Hien, my comrades and I looked to our nation's past for inspiration. There we found the answer we sought. Gunhildr's blades. They were the elite guard of Queen Gunhildr, possessed of weapons blessed by the gods. Their exploits would become legend after defending our peoples against the Allagans in the Third Astral Era. Well, you've been around for a while. The strength of their steel was matched only by their dedication to the Queen. Should one lose their life in her service, their holy blade was then passed on to a successor.
Pause for a second. Do you know what he's referring to?
No.
Gunbreakers.
Right.
In fact, the term gunbreaker mostly comes from the Queen's name and gunblade smashed together, and then the fact that they were found that their skills were more useful breaking cannon lines.
Right.
Hence the name gunbreaker as opposed to gunblade.
Yeah.
Continue.
I remember you mentioning that now.
Yeah, the reason why I mention is that I've gone through all that and you haven't.
Yep. Someday, maybe. Gunbreaker's kind of far down on the list.
Well, yeah. We still need to get your monk up. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Well, a second hanging class is kind of low down on the list, and the second one is still most likely to be warrior. In time, their title would lend itself to the most renowned of their weaponry, the gunblade. But in truth, each member of her guard was master of a unique weapon. Though these sacred relics have been lost to time, I would see them forged anew. Armed thus, our people would know no fear and drive back our oppressors just as Queen Gunhildr did the Allagans. An admittedly lofty and otherwise unattainable goal for one such as I, which is why I have traveled far and wide in search of great minds and greater heroes who might lend us their aid. We would be honored to have you as We would be honored to have one of your renown at our side.
Well, guess what? You get two.
Take two, they're legendary. We value the Bosjan's commitment to the cause, and I would see their plans come to fruition. Unfortunately, duty demands that I remain here. I could not in good conscience leave knowing the Empire yet threatens the border to Alamigo. Should you choose to accompany him to Bosja, might I ask that you also act as a representative of the Eastern Alliance in my stead?
Of course.
Leave it to me?
Leave it to me. Leave it to us.
Something like that. You can do the paperwork.
Me? You're the scholar.
Thank you, my friend. If there is aught else you require of the Eastern Alliance, you need only ask. Safe travels to you both.
My side.
An airship to our base has been prepared for us at the Enclave's dock. I hope to see you there soon. Path to the past. They're handing out 8s.
Hey, I'm not going to complain. Except that those are 8s we generally don't use that much of. I've been run over by a whale!
Not my fault. I didn't do it. Marsak is ready to depart. When you have finished your preparations, meet me at the dock and we can be on our way.
Boko wanted none of that.
He gets airsick.
Apparently.
And jealous. You're not gonna fly me down there?
Tappity tap tap. Looks like we have to actually head into the Enclave. Interesting enough.
Yeah, well, the thing that I'm kind of wondering about is the airship dock was one of the things that we helped restore. Can you do this without restoring the Domin Enclave?
Ooh, good question. I don't know. I mean, we have restored the Domin Enclave, and it's far better for it.
Yes. Marsak? Our destination is Gangos, the Resistance's present base of operations. To ensure that we remain unnoticed by the Empire, this ship is one of the few permitted to travel twixt Doma and the other provinces. Should you have need to travel to Gangos in the future, I ask you come here to do so. Well then. Coming aboard, miss.
Yes'ums.
City?
Interesting.
Well, that's a new design.
No, they used that design with the Rabanastre. The fact that it's actually a floater.
Well, if you look at that hull, it would make sense.
Huh.
But yeah.
It's a full-on airship.
Yeah.
Or would that be airboat? It doesn't have sails.
Mostly.
I think it'd be more of an airboat than an airship.
It goes long distances as a ship.
You sail a ship. You row a boat. And this is a new theme.
Yeah. Look out for orchestration rolls while we're here. Okay then. There's a mustache for you.
I'm not sure, but I think that's Thancred's Gunbreaker trainer. Who's different from the trainer who trained me.
Right. That we should play host to the Liberator of Doma and Alamigo herself. I did not think you could be persuaded to help us. Bajsaljan, leader of the Bajan resistance. Not the best choice for the job, if I'm to be frank, but I will bear the title all the same.
I could be wrong, though.
You go for it, at least for now.
Okay. Bloody hells, man. You won't inspire much confidence speaking like that. Oh, gods!
Oh, no. Of course he's here.
He's involved in all Relic quests.
Well, I was kind of thinking we're gonna need him for this.
Well, there you have it. One kettle-making smithy at your service.
Yeah.
Just without the rabbit hat.
Yes. Ha! You're quite right, Master Geralt. While you're here, won't you come and welcome our guest? What in the seven hells are you doing here? I could say the same. How big is your debt to Rowena, anyway? Eorzea's greatest hero and her finest blacksmith. The two of you here, our plan is sure to succeed. Would that Queen Gunhildr were here to witness this. Okay, so who's the lady? Oi. Theron, Relia, just between us? I'm only here to pay off my debts to that black-hearted snake Rowena.
We kind of figured.
She's been selling supplies to the Resistance, and they happened to mention that they're in need of a smithy. So she went and told them I'm the greatest bleeding smithy in the realm, with skills that put Beauregard himself to shame. Can't rightly say I'm even half of what she claimed, but I'll do me damnedest. They're happy to ply me with good grub and even better booze, so play along, will ya?
You know, you are actually the best smithy. You just drunk ass.
Well, admittedly, saying that he's better than Beauregard, it might be a bit much.
Yeah, I think that's more held by Godbert.
I hope not. I do not want to think of him as the god of goldsmiths. Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
just stand over there and do the mambo.
Now that you're both here, I believe it is time our plans be made clear. Monsieur?
Yes, of course. Our goal is to reforge the weapons wielded by Gungnir's blades. Simple in principle, less so in execution. The weapons themselves, and most of the texts denoting their history of Her Majesty and her guard were lost to the devastation of the Fourth Umbral Calamity. That said, we have managed to obtain certain pieces of information, and, coupled with Master Geralt's knowledge and expertise, we have made great strides in reproducing these vaulted blades of El.
We've worked out the manner of weapons they wielded, and their shape and weight, even the materials needed for me to forge. But we've learned to bugger all about what gives them spirit.
It is said Queen Gunhildr etched a holy inscription onto each blade, thus granting them the power of the gods. Unfortunately, no records of such engraving remain, but there is still hope. Though not but pale imitations, there once existed replicas which maybe very well have borne these inscriptions. Alas, they were lost when Bozja Citadel fell. For the record, Bozja Citadel was the main home of the Hrothgar.
Right.
Of the biggest Hrothgar clan. It was taken over and then used as a lab and experimental test research facility by the Garleans.
That's what they do with all such fortifications.
That's what Ruby Weapon came out of, and also Project Meteor.
Oh. Ruby, group with ruby weapon and everything came out of there?
The remnants of that, yes. Yeah, there is a storied history there.
Yeah, I hope they give us another decent map of the area.
But a lot of that's actually covered in the Gunbreaker chain.
Right.
In fact, it's probably going to go into it right now.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Do you know the Bosnia incident?
Oh, shoot, I clicked past that, thinking that you'd interrupted me after the latest line.
Don't! You fail.
Do you know the Bosnia incident?
Yes, I do, though admittedly I do not recall in detail.
I'll go with sounds vaguely familiar since I haven't done it. And it'll probably be the exact same speech bubble.
You never know, they're starting to change the tree policies.
Yep. It is different.
Okay.
A bitter chapter in our history, for it would mark the end of Bosnia as we knew it. 15 summers passed, the Garleans were conducting experiments, seeking means to make contact with the lesser moon, Dalamud.
Do you want me to go past this?
Do that version now, and we'll see if the second bubble matches what I just said, because that was the second already.
That a worldly adventurer such as yourself would know of this is no surprise. If I may, I would share the tragic tale of our homeland. 15 summers passed, the Garleans were conducting experiments, seeking a means to contact the lesser moon, Dalamud.
So just the first bubble, as usual.
And of course, that entire thing is Project Meteor.
Yep. They believed the satellite to be possessed of immense power, and a lunar transmitter was erected in the hopes of harnessing it. But when the transmitter was activated and the signal sent, Dalamud responded with an immense blast of raw energy. The destruction wrought and defied reckoning.
The Citadel, the relics of Queen Gunhird's kingdom, naught was left but smoke and ash.
That would be a problem for recovering the artifacts, even the replicas.
Just little.
Hope ain't lost yet, though. The Citadel's been wiped off the bloody map, aye, but there's still a way for us to find those inscriptions. Or so I've been told. An explanation better left to one far more knowledgeable than I.
Who seems to have wandered off?
I guess so.
Oh ho! Do you see who I see?
Trying to place her.
She's the Charlene scholar who joined us for going through Rabanastre.
Okay.
And the Ishvalis raid chain.
Hold on a moment. Geralt.
Oh, this should be good.
I reckon I'll leave the lasso there to you. Scholarly types like her have a knack for rubbing me the wrong way, and I can't hardly understand half of what they say in the first place.
Oh, you're just sort of not getting the Starforger title.
Marsac? We've enlisted the aid of a scholar from Sherland who would be better suited to explaining the intricacies of our plan. Unless, of course, you have another question for me.
Oh, let's come back to that. That's a lore dump.
Yes, it is. Basalgian? Basalgian. I believe Mikoto would be better suited to explaining the latter half of our plan. Unless there's something else you wish to discuss.
Yeah, we'll be back to that.
Sija?
Are you and Makoto acquaintances by chance? Her explanations can be convoluted at times, but I trust she can make clear our plans. Is there anything else you wish to ask me? Three lore dumps!
NPCs of lore dumps.
We'll do those later.
Yeah, we could be here all night on that.
Yeah. Mikoto.
Oh no. Oh no. Did you see that go by in the chat as we clicked in?
No.
Someone was getting, or maybe even two someones was getting the achievement. Seduception.
Well, his father was in charge of Project Meteor. It's good to see you again, Relia, favorite. Though I had hoped to accomplish more before your arrival.
I'm sure your help will be as invaluable now as it was aboard the Prima Vista.
Yes. You two are far too kind. If not for your heroism, Ramza and Alma would have...
Not your fault. From the onset of our endeavor, it was abundantly clear that one versed in aetherology would be essential. We relayed this to the Alliance, who then introduced us to Mikoto. She is said to be one of the most brilliant minds among the students of Baldessian. I don't know if the students of Baldessian have anything other than brilliant minds.
No,
We certainly haven't met any.
Well, we've met effectively 3, and pretty much all the rest are dead.
Well, there's her...
Sorry, 4. There are 4.
Yeah. There's her, there's Kryl, there's Urianje.
No, Arianje was not a student of Baldessian. I don't think. It's her, Kryl, Mombuida, and the little annoying male Lalafell that's constantly bickering at us in Eureka. I can't remember his name.
Don't really remember him.
Long black hair, very slicked down. But yeah, he's kind of a self-centered...
Kind of the rival to Kryl.
Right. Him. Anyway.
But, yeah. Of the lot, the least intelligent might be Moonbreda. And, that's no fault to her. She's damn smart, or she was damn smart.
Yeah. Yes, she was. And very outgoing.
Yes! Unhand me. Still one of my favorite Urianje moments. Sorry.
And yet, it is my ineptitude that demands your presence here. I was all but certain that Geralt and I alone would suffice in this. Pass. The matter she speaks of is concerning the long-forgotten practice of the holy men who once established... The matter she speaks of concerns a long-forgotten practice of holy men who once inhabited these lands. Utilizing uniquely aspected crystals, these seers were able to provide succor for those with ailments of the mind. They possess the ability to shape their very memories, removing those deemed harmful and replacing them, that the patient may find some semblance of peace. Ooh, I don't like the sounds of that. I know they mean well, but memories is not something you should be tinkering around with.
I too dismiss the notion that such practices could exist. That is until a recent excavation unearthed compelling evidence of their work. The crystals, we believe, were used in their healing. Unfortunately, we were unable to discern how they were meant to be used. It was at this juncture that we petitioned for Mikoto's assistance. Well, lass, made any progress?
My initial analysis suggests that the crystals were artificially created at some point in the distinct past. The materials used suggest that they were more likely produced by the ancestral peoples of the area. What's more, the etheric signature is strikingly similar to the oscillatory? Okay.
Yeah.
Their etheric signature is strikingly similar to the oscillatory activity of the brain waves, which, when made to resonate with the distinct frequencies in our R-type harmonic vibrations of an individual's... I've done it again, haven't I?
Just a little. Carol, stay calm.
I think a simpler approach is in order. Every living being is composed of corporeal aether of the flesh, incorporeal aether of the soul, and the aether residue of their memories. Were one to be possessed of only corporeal aether, they would be but a walking corpse. Conversely, entities composed only of incorporeal aether are referred to in the layman's terms as ghosts. In either case, they may also retain some of their residual memories.
Aye, zombies and ghosts, I follow.
These crystals are able to isolate and resonate with the etheric signatures of memories. This allowed the seers to probe the minds of their patients.
That's all well and good, lass, but what if their minds ain't what it to be? Or was they too deep in their cups to remember what you're looking for?
An excellent question, Master Geralt. We are all possessed of two types of memory, explicit and implicit. As their name suggests, explicit memories refer to the active remembrance of previous experiences, while implicit memories are acquired and stored passively. For example, when making a new acquaintance, their appearance will become part of your explicit memory, allowing you to recall the information. Should a great deal of time pass without meeting, however, such recollections can prove difficult. Yet, in that moment, your mind also records the sound and the smells of the location, the temperature, and so on. Perhaps a demonstration would better explain this phenomenon.
Without a seer?
Without a seer. Thankfully, that will not be necessary. When I first told of the seers and their practices, I was immediately reminded of your ability to peer into the past.
Oh.
The echo. Interesting. I believe these people were blessed with a similar gift, and it is for that reason they were chosen to serve as seers. Though I too am possessed of the echo, I lack the ability to peer into the past as you do, and thus have been unable to wield the power of the crystals.
That's why we called you here.
Okay, that makes sense. Until now, I could do naught but pose theories. With your help, however, I may now put them to the proof. And you, Master Geralt, shall be my first test subject.
Oh, this should be good. We're gonna test what happens if you're too deep in your cups to remember.
Which is an easy thing for him.
Oh, he looks unhappy. Girl, I didn't know it was possible for you to owe Rowena more gold than there was in the realm of Eorzea.
I think he keeps paying her back and then drinking it away before... Yeah.
Well, definitely.
Theron, Relia, I would like you to recall the last time you experienced the echo. Concentrate on that feeling. Master Grawl, I need you to recall a memory of the past. It may be anything you like.
Interesting crystal. You better not go poking around in there, digging up something unsavory like you hear, lass.
Please, Master Geralt, focus.
Okay. An artificially induced cloud moment. Who would have guessed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A recent memory, then. And a very vivid one.
Okay.
Did we just pull her in with us?
Looks like it.
This is most unexpected. For reasons I cannot explain, it appears the echo has allowed me to accompany you into its memories. Yeah, usually the echo is not this crisp and colorful. Oh god. You're a skilled smith, Gerald. There's no denying that. But you hold money about as well as you hold liquor.
Well, what bloody good is money if you can't spend it? Man has to live a little, Rowena.
Aye, and it wouldn't hurt for a man to use his head, neither. With all that talent of yours, I reckon you could be amassing a small fortune by now. Could have been you sitting on the syndicate instead of Godbert.
As if I'd ever want to be anything like that daughter-in-law half-dressed. Speaking of half-dressed.
You just now figured it out.
So, to be fair, Geralt is half-dressed. Godbert is generally
Not dressed.
1/5 dressed.
Oh dear, we pulled him in too.
That was inevitable. I was kind of wondering about that. Didn't realize my memory was so sharp.
As you can see, implicit memory is surprisingly comprehensive. From the clear skies and the ocean waves down to the exact words of your conversation, everything appears to have been perfectly preserved.
You weren't listening to that, were you?
Every time someone gives you good advice, you turn around and do the complete sodden opposite. I used to like that rebellious streak of yours, but now I see it's just a bloody idiot. Honestly, I don't even know what I ever saw in you. Ouch.
Whatever it is you think you saw, it ain't as if I've changed since then. Might be part of the problem. And ye haven't neither. Still as beautiful as the day we met.
Oh dear.
Well, wait, hold on a moment. I ain't never said anything like that. I swear on me last mug of ale.
Implicit memories, while quite comprehensive, are not always true to fact. In the case of painful or otherwise undesirable experiences, they can be obfuscated to protect oneself from hard truths.
Obfuscated.
Sorry.
Yep.
our perception of reality can also distort with them as well. Even when first committed to the mind. Then, as time passes, such distortion can grow. Happy memories become more joyous, sad ones become all the more bitter. Explicit memory is particularly sensitive to such misrepresentation of events, for man is wont to remember what is the most convenient for his worldview. That is why we seek the implicit, for there we are more like to find the truth. Oh God, it's completely warping, isn't it?
In your dreams, buddy.
Yeah, you already blew that chance, man. You blew it so hard.
The truth? Rowan and me were only here a week ago. Don't tell me my memory is that bleeding unreal.
A self-imposed delusion, perhaps? As I said before, the mind has ways of concealing painful memories. Ooh, they must have really went at it.
Probably. They're very good at it.
Oil and water.
Match and tender. I ain't feeling so well. If you'll excuse me. So those three weren't drawing with the rest of us?
No, it was just us three. As you can see, the crystal allows us to choose specific points in a person's past to observe at will. Unlike the echo, however, what we see is not always as it really was.
Yet there still remains a matter of finding one who has seen the replica weapons and their inscriptions. At this present juncture, we might as well be looking for a ghost.
No.
That may serve.
We want Sid. He grew up in the middle of the Citadel while the meteor was being worked on.
Right. After the Garlean invasion of Bosnia, it was all but cut off from the world. None were allowed in or out, meaning all of its residents, and likely any who may have glimpsed the weapons, died when the Citadel was destroyed. What about soldiers stationed there who were away at the time of the incident? Even if we were able to find them, I doubt they could be persuaded to cooperate. Oh dear.
Oh boy.
This is forward, not back.
Yeah.
No, please, Lord Mars, no! I don't think I like this crystal anymore.
No. You saw it too? My visions, they are not what has come to pass, but what has yet to be. Could it be the crystal allowed us to share my vision as well?
She sees the future already. Okay. Makoto, Rylea, Theron, you three alright?
For now.
Sid Garland, son of the monster behind the Meteor Project. Come to think of it, Yugiri mentioned that Doma and the Eorzean Alliance have been receiving support from Garland Ironworks. I thought that the company should use such a moniker mere happenstance, but you mean to say Sid Garland owns this company? The son of Midas Nan Garland lives.
Yeah, and he's one of our greatest allies, so don't even think about it.
He must be summoned at once. If he was at the Citadel prior to his destruction, it's quite possible he may have seen the replicas. Fate is indeed a cruel mistress, pinning our hopes on a Garlean. The get of that bastard Midas, no less. Is there truly no other way? Basalgian, please. Very well. I only hope our fallen comrades can forgive us. Please, bring us the said Garland, for the people of Bosnia, for all of Ilsabard. You don't need to go that far.
You totally don't need to go that far.
Yeah, note the chat log.
Yes. We're not quite there, but it's not that far.
We're getting closer. Hold on a moment. Over here.
Mikoto? Our exploration of Master Geralt's memories was a success, largely in part to his trust in you, I suspect. And how fortunate for us that he should be a good acquaintance of Sid's. I'm sure there is much that you must do to prepare, so I will not keep you. Was there something else?
Not tonight.
No!
Wait. Did that list get longer?
Yes!
Tell me about your gift.
Oh, you're going there, aren't you?
No, I was just checking the list.
Yeah. That's way too big of a data dump. We'll deal with that off stream.
Messija?
She's more than her data dump? Yes, she is. The son of Midas Nan Garland, an imperial deserter. My, what curious company we keep. Forgive me, is there aught else? Not at the moment. Marsak?
Here he is. You should know Sid Garland is hardly surprising. I only hope he is not so engrossed in his work that he cannot find time to assist us. I will not keep you, unless, of course, there's something else you wish to ask me.
Later. Basalgian?
I do not imagine he sympathizes with our plight, but from what I gather, he has no love for the Empire either. If that will suffice in persuading him to aid us, then so be it. Actually, I think he will sympathize. I hear there are engineers stationed at Ralger's Reach. Perhaps you can begin your search for Garland there. Well, he's well informed.
Shall we port there?
Sure.
Because it is a long travel otherwise.
Go ahead, scramble our Aether.
Hey, scrambling Aether's a good skill to have. Just don't do it all the time. Last thing I want to end up as is a sunny side up egg. Probably this way.
According to,
So be it. Here, I thought they'd be over by
Yeah.
all the Omega stuff. It's a Bun engineer.
Yes.
When did they hire her?
Recently. Very, very recently.
Apparently.
And they're forcing her into low heel.
I know.
I'm sorry for you.
Her feet look painful. Say, aren't you Theron and Relia, saviors of Eorzea, liberators of Alamigo, so on and so forth? My name is Little Ja, newest recruit of the Ironworks. What can I do for you?
Well, there you go.
We're looking for Sid. The chief? Too busy by half, according to Jesse. Between you and me, though, I think it's a load of... Oh, hi, Jesse. Go on. Do go on. A load of what? I was saying what a load off your shoulders it must be, knowing the chief is back from whatever he was doing. Speaking of whom, Theron and Raelia here said they wanted to speak with him about, what was it again? God damn it, Lilja. You might hear better than most, but you're a terrible listener. Would you mind starting from the beginning? Yeah, sure, Jess.
I hadn't really gotten that far anyway.
I see. Well, you just missed him. Shinru's wall is due for maintenance, and he had in mind to oversee it personally. That said, any matter concerning you are top priority. I'll see if I can reach him. I take it that this is an average day for you? Must be hard. Always having to put on a brave face as you're thrust into danger. People tugging you this way and that, like some sort of errand boy. We're used to it.
I don't know about those sunglasses.
Yeah, I know. Not that we don't appreciate what you're doing for us. Goodness knows I do. In fact, well, you see, I'm something of a fan. I know the Iron worked out. I knew that the Ironworks worked with you on occasion, but I didn't think I'd have a chance to meet you two in person. Can I shake your hands?
Yes.
Well, yeah, Sid being back took off a load off my shoulders, not yours. Don't you have work to do? Oh, right, work, duty calls, but hopefully we'll meet again soon. Bye. Chief says he'll meet you at the Dome and Enclave. Not the most convenient of the locations, but that'll have to do, I'm afraid. One more thing. The Bazja incident is something that's a sore spot for the chief. I'm not surprised. Even if it was an accident, most people outside the Empire remember it as a massacre. The chief tried to put a stop to his father's experiment, but his plea fell on deaf ears. Even now, he still blames himself for it all. I should have tried harder, he'd say. I could have saved him. I could have saved all of them. All that genius, and the man can't find a way to forgive himself. So, if you're aiming to go digging through his past, be careful. I dread to think what demons he's got locked away in that brain of his.
And yes, now we can have that handshake.
She's tough as Magitech armor plating when she wants to be, But that's her heart's in the right place. A shame she's always so busy. As are you, if I'm not mistaken. I won't keep you any longer. Best of luck, you two. I'll go with the tenacity.
The Bosja incident. The Ironworks engineer is confused as to why you're still here and not at the Doman Enclave.
The chief said he'd meet you at the Doman Enclave, didn't he? Well, let's not keep him waiting. Right. Back to the Far East. And we'll do it cheaply this time. Because I can. It'll be a double port.
And yes, everyone, this is typical. Go here, go there. Go here again, go there again.
Yeah, but story!
Yeah, but all the shuttling from place to place.
Well, it doesn't help that I'm, well, a penny pincher and a miser. With my gill.
There's nothing like sending you 3 places when one will do.
Yeah, well, it was a lot cheaper, because I've got...
No, I'm not talking about your little side jaunt. I'm talking about the quest pathing.
Yeah, well...
Now go to the Far East. Go to the South where there's no actual zone. Go to Eorzea. Go to the Far East. Really, guys? Really?
Oh, and go talk with the airship pilot.
Yep. Again. Master Harland. Yes, I've seen him. Yes, I've seen him restlessly pacing about the Enclave. If you wait here, I'm sure he'll come by before long.
Speak of the devil.
It's hard to believe this place was recently occupied by the Grunts. Doma has a long way to go before it regains its former glory, but they're off to a good start.
We helped.
So I've heard. The Positions wish to follow the Doman's lead. I plan to do what I can to help them. Yeah, well, this one's going to be a little more painful. In fact, I have already spoken to Lord Hien and agreed to divert part of the Ironworks resources to assist in Doma's reconstruction.
Oh, very nice.
The offer seemed to have taken him by surprise, but I assured him that in addition to the Ironworks' commitment to freedom through technology, I have my own reasons to reverse the destruction wrought by the Empire. While it's true that I eventually defected, I played no small part in the development of Magitech now used by their military. Sometimes it's the threads you can't see that have the strongest ties. Would that I could cut them.
Yeah, about that.
The Empire's sins aren't yours to bear.
Yes, that is true.
Even so, not a day goes by that I don't think about the part I played in the atrocities I committed. If I could have made my father see reason, there would have been no Bosja incident. But I was powerless to stop him. Stop beating yourself up over it.
I have the worst cheering up animation ever.
Wow, yeah! that's worse than mine. Mr. Funadin strikes again. Yes, you're right. There's a time for wallowing in self-pity and a time for action. I plan to do whatever I can for the Bosnian resistance, but they're up against the 4th Legion. If they're to stand a chance, their allies here in the east won't be enough. I'm going to need all the help they can muster.
You.
Sid, you can help with this. You're not going to like it, though. I'm not entirely sure what part I'll have to play in all this, and I doubt anything I do now will be enough to atone for my past mistakes. But if it means throwing a spanner in the Empire's works, then count me in. You may live to regret those words.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to say it, Sid.
And we're back at the enclave. The other enclave.
There's a very fast airship ride. I don't even remember boarding.
Yeah, well... Mikoto?
Upon speaking with Mikoto, several cutscenes will play in sequence.
Make sure
It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety.
Read, get out of Duty
We have an
Finder.
hour. Yeah.
Proceed.
This has got to be the longest thing they've ever done for a Relic quest. All in one sitting, that is.
Excuse you.
And here we are.
If you're ready, I would begin our exploration. Think back to a time at Baja Citadel. You needn't focus on a specific memory, if that helps.
Alright. Just promise me you'll be careful there. Presumably get to see a young Sid, and we might get to see his father. Probably will.
We shall see. We shall see. Oh, it kicked us out because we were in a party!
Totoro comes out and shakes his tiny fist.
Yoshi! I wish they would have said that before we started.
Yeah.
But no. Okay, take two in fast succession.
And we'll just kind of skip through the conversation.
Yeah. First, I don't think we can skip this section.
We probably could, but I don't know how far I'd want to skip.
Yeah, and I don't dare take the risk. No!
Sometimes they'll warn you ahead of time. Wish they'd get a lot more consistent with it. Duty commenced. You there? Yeah. This is Baj's Citadel, at least I think it is. Is everything so distorted when you tested this before? The recollection of this place appears grossly incomplete. I can but assume your memory is being warped by your subconscious. Well, I'd rather not stand around laboring over details. Let's look for the transmission tower in the Principia. Anything of import would have been stored there. You see that? A military base appeared out of thin air. Or out of my mind, I suppose. Did it appear because he mentioned the Principia, I wonder? What in the world? The road, it just ends. A consequence of your incomplete memories. You have to think back, Sid. Where did this road lead?
Oh, wow. If you swing out to the side...
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I'm just taking a moment to look around.
You do this.
Sorry, Sid. Yeah, I think this is pretty dang fractured.
It's been a long time, and it's not something he really wants to think about.
Mikoto does not say anything. Sid.
This all seems so absurd. Recalling the Citadel shouldn't be so difficult. Try recalling the cityscape.
Yeah.
I remember the blue of the cobblestone streets. If not for the occasional military installation, it would have looked like any other city. Do you remember where the Imperial troops were heading?
Yeah.
Not specifically, no, but they were on edge. Something to do with the Academy's research. Wait, I remember. You've done it, Sid. The road has returned. We should be able to reach the Principia if we keep heading north.
That doesn't look anything like a book.
Look, there's the transmission tower. The site of the Bajit incident. Damn it all, the road is cut off again. Come on, Sid, you have to remember. Still nothing from a photo. Huh. Yeah, his memory's a little fuzzy.
You think?
Okay. Sorry, try as I might, my mind is drawing a blank. Maybe there's something around here that might jog my memory.
Just a second.
Psychological stimulus to prompt recollection. Yes, that might just work. Let's see what we can find. And she runs off down the street, but it looks like what we want was right nearby. Or not. Battle-worn arms.
I see Magitech armament.
She ran off down the street. Battle-worn arms is down where she ran to.
Okay, I want to check the armor real quick. On the smoldering remains of Magitech armor, no doubt left here by a fierce battle. Typical.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, battle-worn arms.
You find a pile of well-worn blades and shields, though not of Imperial design.
Interesting.
So let's go back to the Magitech armor. Yeah, he's still red on me. Probably need both.
Yeah, because I'm gold. Say when you're ready.
I am ready. Weapons and Magitech armor. Right. The fighting had already started, and I was... Well done, Sid. Let us press on. It's all starting to come back to me now. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
There were Magitech going down the vertical street.
We must drive them out.
Yeah. Ah, right. The soldiers were on high alert that day. The Bosnian resistance had infiltrated the Citadel to stop the Academy's experiments.
Do you blame them?
Damn you, for Bosnia! Do you suppose it's possible we can tamper with this memory? Curious question. One I believe worth investigating. Shall we?
Really, we really should not go monkeying around in someone's memory.
It's not like it's gonna change much.
Ooh, that was not good. Yeah, one of the airships dropped from the sky in the background.
Oh, I did not see that. Nope, and they go back to what they were doing before. Memory appears to be mending itself? Interesting. Altering memories is easier said than done, it seems. Well, let's keep going.
Just keeping blood. I'm gonna try and keep blood up just for the heck of it.
Because you know there will be another fight. Here we are, the Principia. Inside is a transmission tower. Ah! Oh dear!
I'm slightly behind you at the moment. Ooh.
The 7 intelligent beings. Maybe a manifestation of your subconscious. If so, they likely seek to suppress your memories of the Citadel, meaning they intend to purge us from your mind. We cannot let them. Antibodies!
Oh boy.
Whatever's going on, I haven't gotten there yet. Oh, yeah.
Watch out for the trailing.
Unless they succeed in erasing this month.
Oh man, it's following me, isn't it? Nope, nope. It's doing a weird pattern.
It was marked on the ground. This is starting to hurt.
They're running off. They're not waiting for you. I'm sorry. I hate getting out of sync. Actually, I'm going to see if I can hold back here. Because that looks like a start line.
Dang it, I keep hitting the wrong things.
Oopsies.
be over faster if I'd hit my AoEs instead of my non-AoE.
Yeah, I think those Garlean airships are having a bad day.
Okay, just finished the second round. Curious that we could defeat these, but not the soldiers earlier. Perhaps because they were not truly part of this memory? We can worry about that later. Come on, we're nearly to the tower. Now they're off.
Just a little further.
Oh yeah, that's a start line. Or boss encounter line.
I'm gonna lose my blood at the dragon.
Well, go on in. I just hit send. A little behind you.
Oh boy.
Oh crap. What the hell are you doing in Sid's memories? Sid didn't fight you! Bahamut, this has to be another attempt by your subconscious to stop us. Please, Sid, you have to pull yourself together. Are we sure I'm not suffering from a sudden onset of psychosis?
Maybe?
Altered Bahamut. You ready?
I'm in. Oh, thank you for turning it back to me. Ooh, Sid's down.
That's not good. Oh yeah. I can't move. It seems to be having an adverse effect on Sid's psyche. Quickly, we must stop it. Just as soon as I get through not dying.
Yes, please don't die.
He is loving the AoE. Get careful. Yeah, I was right. Watch the sound of that. You are enjoying yourself way too much. See? Oh, yeah, that's an E. Oh, that's a really... Oh, man, that's getting worse. They are not kidding around. Jeez.
I think this is the point where I say screw positional. Oh, did you not make it?
I made it, but he did get me, and I was at about 1/10 health.
Oh!
Oh boy. And it's time for this again.
And they're running off. You still fighting?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do it! I believe in you!
It's getting close, but... the other way this time. Thank you.
I'm surprised your Makudi Song of Terror hasn't made him flee the battlefield yet.
Got it.
Yay! Go, Rylia, go!
Thank you. I feel better now. Perhaps now your subconscious will be more forthcoming with the truth in this memory.
Okay, passing through the door.
Lunar transmitter. Is that Sid? Do you recall this happening?
In event.
Father was so angry that day. Father, please, if you would just look over this data. Enough, damn you. The next time you question me, it shall be the last. Now leave. You, of all people, should understand the risks. Why do you refuse to see reason? It's rather unlike him to overlook data, no matter the source. Look here, he left behind his research documentation.
I think by this point he was already influenced.
Maybe. You pick up the research documents and find page after page of meticulous calculations and observational data on Dalamud. Young said posits that the lesser moon may very well possess the ability to harness and manipulate solar power. Moreover, the vast stores of energy it has amassed over millennia, should they be unleashed, would far exceed any parameters the transmission tower may have been designed to withstand.
That's a little understatement.
Gods, it's data. The Empire would invite a calamity. Yes? So many sleepless nights spent on those damned papers. All for nothing. My suspicions are correct, and he is already... Never mind. Let us press on. The truth awaits us.
Nothing out the side doors. Oh yeah, start line.
You hear?
Yeah, stepping across.
There they are, the replicas of Gunhilder's blades. Tubes at the other end, I suppose.
Yes. Yes, they were.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some pretty complicated inscriptions.
And many look broken.
Now, even the replicas would be ancient by this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Know your place, whelp. The meteor project will not be stopped. Certainly not by the likes of you.
Sid looks weird without a beard.
No, this is wrong. Emperor Solus couldn't have been there. that certainly didn't happen.
Ooh.
No! Please, Lord Varus, no! Sid, you mustn't forget, this is only a memory.
No, that wasn't time.
Oh. Forget being shot.
Really?
Said Garland, bringer of ruin, herald of ash, your father must be proud. No, this still isn't it.
No.
I'll give you 3 guesses as to who it really is. 2 don't count. How does it feel to know such calamity follows wake? That your failings bring death to all you hold dear. And now you would set this filth against me. Very well.
You've got a lot of repressed anger,
One
don't you
fate
say?
awaits those who oppose the will of the Emperor. This trauma is too much. He's lost control. But this memory is false, right? Perhaps you can alter it with the echo.
I really
We're
don't
going to
like
get a in-battle action, aren't we? Think of your truest friends.
Yeah, that's always what he supported. Why is Reem there?
It's our truest friends, not his.
Oh, I thought it would be his.
Because we're using the echo to bring them in.
True.
That was always your greatest strength. Instilling in others the courage to rise up. The courage to fight for what's right. Which is also why it's like current Think Grid and such.
Right. Okay, that would make more sense.
Yes, our memories, not his, for this part. Defeat Varsier Galvas. Gladly! And with much whining as it gets hard. You
Just a
ready?
second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's a full raid team.
Yes, yes it is.
Oh, lordy. You ready?
No! But it's not going to change anything.
And none of them are in party, so I can't properly dragon sight them. Thanks. Okay, let's do this.
UGP feeds on your tears. Go for it.
That's right, thinking. Turn them, thank you.
It looks bats! Nope.
Party box, yeah. Dang, gal, this stuff spinning around like a freaking carousel. Let me do my positionals. Ooh, that's an interesting pattern.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
You dare defy me. Take the front of it, but I'll need a little help.
Ah, nice
not
bubble.
Left of you but ash. By thy leave. Smexy barrier is Smexy.
Smexy barrier is Smexy. Yes. Yes, yes. Complete.
About 5% to go, maybe.
You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, I'm in decent shape. Oh, crap.
Unfortunately, it dumps me straight into cutscene. I will try and pause the first bubble.
Got him.
Congrats.
We need sleep tonight. Yeah, I just got out of load screen.
Yeah, the load screen actually took a little bit here. Kind of surprised me.
Yeah. This isn't right either. Emperor Lord Varus, he wasn't there. The Academy was given full charge of the project. That's where you were. Okay.
Though these events are as you remember them, it is not the truth. Not entirely. Whoever this is, your mind has been trying to protect you from them.
3 guesses. The first 2 don't count.
Yeah.
Nope, not him either. Nice. Damn, he's big. Well, if it isn't Varus, then who in the hell? What could I possibly have to hide from myself?
Yeah.
Yep. So it was you who pulled the trigger, Father.
Sid, look, his eyes.
Yeah.
Already influenced.
At that distance. No, it can't be.
If contact with Dalamud was able to stir Bahamut to consciousness, it stands to reason the Dreadworms discovered a way to link the tower and thereby enslave your father. In which case, there was nothing that could be done for him. There is no arguing or reasoning with such individuals. There is only the will of the primal. And if Bahamut was controlling your father at the time of the accident,
then in all likelihood, it wasn't an accident. And so the truth finally comes to light. Yes, yes, more beauty shot.
thank you.
And thank you for stopping by and watching with us, Kurumatsu.
Oh, we ain't done yet. Maybe
No,
the fighting
Yoshi P
is
not
but
done with us yet.
Yoshi P is never done with us. The poor Sid.
Yeah. Bahamut's thrall, and no one was the wiser. Not even your own son. crazy bastards did it. Once Makoto's described the inscription, I'll have those weapons forged in no time. On behalf of the Bosnian resistance, you have my deepest thanks. I'm just glad I could help. Ever since that fateful day, the truth of what befell our loved ones has eluded us. I held the Empire and your father responsible for their part in the tragedy, and for many years that hatred was all that kept me going. Indeed, I was blinded by that hatred, so much so that even you appeared to me as an enemy. I could not see the blood, sweat, and tears you have poured into bettering the lives of those seeking freedom from the Empire. I could just see only a Garlean, and for that, I am sorry. If you can forgive me, let's be allies, united against a common foe. Come now, I'm the one who should apologize to you. After all my father and the Empire did, even if not all of their militia, their crimes will never be forgotten. I'd hazard even victory over the Empire won't be enough to ease such pain. Even now that I know the truth behind the Bosnia incident, all it's done is make me question the choices that led me here to this moment. But regardless of the past, we have to keep pressing forward, one step at a time, for freedom. Just as the heroes of Eld would have done. We Bosnians grew up on such tales of peerless warriors, pure of heart and unwavering in their conviction. Yet here we are, so full of doubt and uncertainty. Will we ever earn our place in the pages of history? Cheer up, Imbecilgen. If we live long enough, perhaps we'll be the ones to pin them. You say the crystal focus is no longer responsive.
It would appear what stores of aether reside within it have been deleted. I did not expect our exploration of your mind to be such a taxing endeavor.
Taxing is one way of putting it.
Yeah. Once identified its etheric affinity and the power source with a complement energy frequency, I am confident its reserves can be replenished.
I thought perhaps the Alliance could use it to extract information from some less cooperative Erlang captives. But nothing's ever that easy, is it? I'm afraid aetherology is beyond the scope of my expertise, so I'll leave the rest to you. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call for me.
Thank you for all your help, Master Sid.
Well, I'd better head back. I have a mountain of work waiting for me.
Yeah, and Jesse will be right on your heels the entire time. Before you go, if you ever feel lost, you can always talk to me. Aww.
Of course. If I run into any Aether-related problems, you'll be the first to know. She's not talking about Aether-related problems, you idiot.
Can I just hit him upside the head with my spear now? I'll use the flat. You're being clueless. Well, he is a guy. You can forgive him, right? Right. I really must be getting to work on the crystal focus.
You do that.
Oi.
Okay, PCs are here. The NPCs. Check the others or go straight to Marsac?
Oh, let's check Zilja. Our people yet want for the courage to fight, and I'm confident Blades of Gunherd will afford them just that. Is there still much we must do to prepare? But if there is aught else you wish to discuss, yeah, we'll do that later.
On behalf of the Resistance, I thank you again for lending your strength to our cause. Reforging the Blades of Gunhilder is certain to stir the fire in our men's hearts. When the battle begins in earnest, I should hope we can count on your continued assistance. And we'll skip the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, Marsac. We need to have a chat. Everything is at last in place to begin work on the weapons of Queen Gunhilder's Guard. Master Geralt will be able to apprise you of any further progress in their forging. In the meantime, we will begin preparations for battle. I look forward to seeing you on the front lines. Tuning to all Aethernet shards in the Doman Enclave will now unlock Gangos as an Aethernet destination.
Really?
Which I think we've already done.
Yeah, we did that some time ago.
I would hope so, unless they introduced a new one. Meanwhile, at Valmain in Dalmasca.
Oh boy.
Our spies at the Gangos encampment have confirmed work on the Blades of Gunhilder is underway. They're welcome to them. Who has need of such trinkets when the Lady of Blades will soon be in play? We will proceed as planned. When their forces reach Bazsha, you know what must be done. Understood. The Empire is fated to fall, but in its place a new nation shall grander and mightier could have dreamed.
Oh dear, what are they planning?
And it shall be made possible by the very power they abhor. Crap, Ola. And he mentioned the Lady of Blades. He's going to summon up. On the Edge of Memory. Save the Queen, Chapter the First.
Oi.
Crepes!
Actually, I don't think they're going to summon a primal so much as one of the... I forget what they were called. They were effectively primals, but they were fused in the Azurite for the Ishvalan chain.
Yeah, the Zodiac Beasts, basically.
Yeah.
Well, it is 11, and we have 2 ways to go. No.
But
It's too likely to lead into something long.
But the relic weapon, it's staring right at us.
What are the odds that it'll be a half-hour quest anyway?
No, I think the other one will be the half-hour quest.
I think they're both going to be.
Oh god, I just realized who the other one is.
Dramaturge?
The Wandering Dramaturge.
Yes.
Who was aboard the Prima Vista.
Yeah.
Him and his stupid love of bacon bread.
Yes.
Girl.
You're here. Good. Ready to get working on the resistance weapons, lass? Okay, please note upon completing the quest, Fire in the Forge, you will receive resistance weapon from Bard. Yeah, sure.
Yes, I want my Dragoon Spear.
Fire in the forge. Geralt looks ready to fire up his forge.
You do that.
You like the name? Resistance weapon? It crossed me mind to call Gunhilder's blades, but after talking with Masika, we figured it'd be too confusing, seeing as that's also the name of the Queen's Guard. Anyway, your timing couldn't be better. Before we get to working in earnest, I was hoping he could tell me a bit more about what went on in Sid's noggin. I've heard a fair bit from Makoto, but I'd like to know if you saw any different.
Yeah, well, it was all cattywampus.
Sounds like I was right to ask you before setting to work. Seems to me that those fancy the weapons are mainly for show. I can copy them, but that won't be enough. Like as not, they were carved into the hilts as well. And to make sure the spell can take hold, you'd need to finish with fine powder was conductive to aether. For material like that, I reckon you'd need to consult the alchemist of Razdat Hand. And I can only think of one person with close contacts there.
Yes, and you hate his guts. And he hates yours.
Oh gods, you don't mean... the demoness a coin.
Oh, Shimi! He wants to go through Rowena. And here you had that alchemist who's standing right next to you, who's from Razat Han, who you're currently in a bicker fight over the title of Starforger.
Stay classy, guys. But not to worry, lass. It just so happens she's been keeping up a steady shipment of supplies here on contract. If we say we need the powder for the resistance, might be as we can convince her to waive the costs. That'd be a change. She ain't usually one to do business for charity, I know, but it's worth a try, eh? I'll see about getting in touch with her, and after I do, go and meet with her and figure out the rest. Yeah, this is going to take too long.
My spear! My lovely, lovely stick of pain!
You can polish your spear later.
Only if I can get Rianji to help.
Well, you don't expect me to go and meet with her, do you? Working on the resistance weapons kept me too busy by half, and Drake here, what's your name again? Zlatan, Master Geralt. My name is Zlatan. But more importantly, what if Mistress Rowena doesn't agree to a charitable contribution to our cause? I'm sure if you nice might come around. Never mind that. We've important work to do. As for where to find Rowena, before she left Gangos, she said she'd be stopping over in Kugane on business. How's about I have her meet you at the Umineko Tea House? Lucky a nice cup of tea will brighten her mood.
Okay, I guess we'll leave this for Friday.
Jeez. Yeah. Complete with fancy title screen and everything.
And this doesn't even count as a rest area. Boo! Boo, I say!
Who needs rest area?
True.
Rest state is something that runs out in myths.
Well, thank you all for joining us this evening. We will pick this up again probably Friday at 10 Pacific time.
Yeah.
Here's hoping we can finish this off. I was not expecting this to take this long, but there you go.
It's FF14. Of course it takes this long.
Rushi said it'd only take an hour. She lied.
Yeah, she probably skipped through every bit of dialogue she could.
Yeah, this is true. This is Ursi. Anyway, you all have a good evening. Be safe. Be well. Hope to see you later.
Mm-hmm.